Good evening. Good evening. Are we live? Can you hear me out there in YouTube land? This is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival coming to you live with a special broadcast here this evening with the Four Horsemen. And I want to thank you all for being here. We all know that power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. But here's the question. What happens when corruption isn't the exception, but the system itself? Tonight we're going to talk about corruption in American politics. Not the rumors, not conspiracy theories, but documented investigations happening right now. Intelligence agencies accusing past administrations of manipulating intelligence. Governors being dragged in front of Congress over billions in fraud. Federal investigations reopening old political scandals that never really went away. And here's the thing that should scare you the most. No matter what side of the aisle you're on, everyone thinks the other side is corrupt. Which raises an even darker possibility. What if they're all right? Tonight on the Four Horsemen, we're lifting the veil. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Four Horsemen podcast. Thank you for joining us. Let's see if I can roll some bean footage.
Apocalypse now, four horsemen riding dirty. Death on the left, keep the Glock sturdy. Famine in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc can compete. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. Want to get ready for the fright. Death smirking, souls counting in the tally. Coffins on standby, final ride in the alley. War ain't a game, got the war drum stumping. Battalion on the move, always be something. Famine hit the block, food vanish in the mist. Empty pots, empty bellies, can't even twist. Pestilence lingering, bodies hit the floor. Disease knocking at the door, can't ignore. Four horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. Four horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days marching, get ready for the fright.
And just like that, the horsemen are riding. Good evening, gentlemen. Thank you for joining me on this early special edition of the Four Horsemen. I was compelled this morning. We got a little group text together, confession to the people out there. We do talk together behind the scenes. And we were throwing around some articles that we all came across this morning, and it really inspired me to put something together with these gentlemen tonight to expose some of the corruption that we're seeing here in the United States of America. Gigi's good to see you. Miko Wolf, CUCV Farmer, Teresa Buchanan, Prepper 101, William Case, James, Vanessa Kitty, Loretta, good to see you. MS Gulf Coast, good to see you. Gypsy, good to see you. Michelle PW, good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. If you're excited about this podcast and excited to learn more, do us a favor, all of us, everybody here on this panel, share this with somebody. Share it somewhere other than YouTube, and push it out. Do your best to help everybody here out by spreading the information and getting word out to people about what we're doing here on the Four Horsemen podcast, baby. We're getting into the nitty gritty here tonight. Mm-hmm. So this was honestly inspired this morning. I actually got some old information right? Which seemed like new information because we all know how the algorithms work anymore, right? And I literally woke up to the clip that I had sent you this morning, guys, about the Russia collusion, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Russia collusion, Russia collusion. No matter which side you are on, they all say the same thing, just with their spin on it, one way or the other, right? And Tulsi Gabbard released declassified documents back in July, which are now being pushed to the forefront again today for some odd reason. Distraction. Right. She said that these were treasonous conspiracy against the Trump presidency. Those were her official words. Her office says that whistleblowers described political pressures and manipulated intelligence assessments inside the intelligence community. Right? Fact checkers and some intelligence officials say the documents do not prove a conspiracy and that the earlier investigations still stand. The question here is, was the Russia investigation a legitimate counterintelligence probe, or was it used as a political weapon? I think anybody's entitled to their own opinion, right? And I kind of agree with Livingston, man, that this is on the both category. What are your thoughts? Do you think it was more so a political weapon or legitimate?
I don't know. They won't share the documents, the evidence, or anything. It's all hearsay.
Yeah, you know what other documents? They leaked out. I remember this whole Epstein files thing that fucking they seemed desperate to make go away. Why don't we just move past it? I'll never get over it. Like, they dismissed the Epstein files the way Hillary Clinton dismissed Benghazi, and I'm supposed to act like it's different.
Right.
You're
the
not
only
wrong.
difference is it's a different.
What does it even matter?
On the camera.
Mm.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Well, it could be both. Technically speaking, the Russians may have preferred one over the other because it was in their interest.
Yeah.
So that may be very legit. And it doesn't mean it was colluded. It was just favoritism that, I want this guy because I don't like her for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But it was also used as a whacking stick for
for sure.
during an
election. For sure.
So it absolutely could be both.
Yeah.
They're not mutually exclusive at all.
Oh, they call opposition research, and for short, they sometimes call OPPO. Yeah, both of these things occurred. Like, perhaps a legitimate investigation through like official law enforcement channels happened, but then it was gotten a hold of as opposition research, and you run with it. It's the same playbook that Pam Bondi sat down with at that hearing, where she just had a fucking flashcards of senators that she could make fun of. They all do this. Picking a side these days, you guys. When you pick a left or right side these days in 2026, what you're doing is casting your lot for anything but we the people. There's three parties. Two of them are absolutely corrupt, and in my opinion, in cahoots, but just act like they're not.
Yep.
And then there's all of us that get to fucking take it up the keister, okay? And that's truth. Ring your fucking bell, Mike.
There you go.
Thank you.
Yeah. The illusion is that there's two political parties. There isn't. They both answer to the same puppet master. I'm
money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I am so sick of politics.
And power, it all goes hand in hand.
Yeah.
Whoever's writing the checks,
Have
really.
you guys
Right?
seen the movie? Hard Times at the Casino Royale.
Yes.
Hard Times at El Royale. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
It had Chris Hemsworth plays like this really weird cult leader. And there's a scene where he's with his cult around a fireplace, and he I don't remember what the gist of the conversation was, but he was telling them that we need to be separate from the government and society because the leaders are corrupt. And then in the conversation, two girls start fighting over favoritism, his being favorites of his. And he says, you see, this is what they want. They want us fighting each other because then they'll do what I do. And he goes and takes the girls' bags and just dumps them on the floor. He said, this is what they're doing to you. This is why we're in the woods now. And, you know, the scene is very weird, right? Chris Hemsworth way overacts it on purpose. But you think about it, the girls fighting are us.
Oh,
and
totally.
Everyone was looking at the fight. No one was paying attention to the fact that he had his hands in their backpacks, spilling their stuff out on the floor. Yeah, that's what we have here.
Oh,
that's the perfect metaphor for it. A million different similes and metaphors you can use for it, but basically, you know, we fight each other over trivial matters and waste all of our energy fighting with strangers online over some fucking cause that was so distorted and convoluted that at this point that no one could explain what it even means to be right or left these days. You don't even know, but you're like, everybody's ready to die on some fucking hill for some shit that don't care about them. Mm-hmm. And that's the attitude got to shift, bro.
Always bad times at the El Royale.
Gotcha.
Good movie. It's a Tarantino if you haven't seen it.
Bad Times at the El Royale. There you go. So it kind of brings me to the next question and the next topic of discussion here tonight. And it was the second thing that we discussed this morning, the Minnesota fraud scandal, right? There's a whole that's a whole nother story about corruption here. Now we're talking state level corruption, basically just kind of siphoning federal funds is what it appears to be on the surface to me. Waltz was recently called to testify before Congress over the allegations. The investigators say a non-for-profit food program called Feeding Our Future may have enabled a scheme that siphoned roughly $250 million in federal food aid meant for children, meant for kids, not meant for your pocket, meant for kids who didn't have food. Okay.
Who did that?
So the claim is that this whole thing went on under Tim Walz's watch.
Okay, and I was going to point out that crime goes on underneath everybody's watch. So
absolutely. It's all fraudulent, right? And they say that his administration worked with the federal investigators to uncover it, even though some of the paperwork and the whistleblowers say that they were ignoring their calls for them to stop this. Hey, this is going on. This is illegal. Right. And, this is still an ongoing investigation into all this. What do you think? I know Pete had an article that he saw this morning. So maybe you could tell us a little more about that one, Pete, and what your thoughts are on it.
Yeah, they're saying, and this, I think it was the FBI, I'd need to look back, had said that they actually had emails on off-record email accounts, right? So it wasn't the state account. And apparently some recordings of conversations, and how that happened was interesting. I'm not sure. That basically indicate that at a minimum they knew Walton. Oh, who the hell's the attorney general? The other knucklehead. I forgot his name. That they were aware and they knew exactly what was going on and turned a blind eye. But others say it actually indicates they were complicit. They facilitated it, which would be difference. There would be a big difference between being incompetent and having a hand in the cookie jar. And I don't know where that's going to go in that article.
Yeah, because this ties back to the Somali community in Minnesota and Ilhan Omar, I believe, as well. So congressional people pushing the stuff through, and then the state folks siphoning the money out of the federal government. So Some say that this figure of 250 million is a drop in the bucket, and the number is actually more in the billions.
Yeah.
So I am very interested to see what comes out of this corruption scandal that's going on in Washington right now. With everything going on abroad, it's very easy to forget about the things at home. Like the Livingston man said, the magic files that have just disappeared from everybody's minds. I want the administration and everybody to know that we will never forget about those files, because those are directly tied to the abuse of children in the worst possible way. And those people deserve nothing less than feet first into the wood chipper. So,
and you see the stories. It's so hard to discern what's real and what's not.
You're right.
But some of the things they're saying that are revealed in this file are absolutely insane. It's deranged. It is medieval behavior.
It
It's
really
why
is.
the conquistadors came and saw them throw the children off the Aztec temple and went, "Oh yeah, that's not cool. Maybe we're going to go have a fight." And then they had like 100-year war with these guys. But
Yep.
the accusations of the consumption of certain things and the deletion of certain persons. I'm trying to be careful the way I phrase it, because the algorithm. I sound like a stupid person. It's just the algorithm will bite us if we're not careful.
Right. So the CEO of Feeding Our Future, who is Amy Bach, and you're right, Mike. It's close to billions. They've so far estimated anywhere between 250 to 300 million. Oh, good. Y'all get to see some pay-per-view mud wrestling.
It's all fun and games until Cole farts.
Yeah. And he was convicted in March of last year on multiple federal charges, including wire fraud, conspiracy, and bribery. She was identified as the mastermind who facilitated fraudulent claims for reimbursement. This went down last March.
How about that? So, well, I think maybe we already know whose hands were in the cookie jar.
Yeah.
I think the question now comes, what did everybody know, and when did they know it? Did they allow this to go on? Did how did this whole thing actually go down? Because I think that goes up the food chain a lot higher than what we see right now. And let's face it, man. We the people here in America, we're ready to see some accountability. We've seen the government corruption for far too long, right? We've seen it from both sides of the aisle, and we're tired of it. We're tired of a two-tier justice system. We're tired of seeing these people get away scot-free with crimes that in some cases are treasonous. That's punishable by death.
Yep.
It's crazy what some of these allegations bring forward. And either they did it or they don't, or they didn't. And we need more transparency from our government. We need to know that these people will be held accountable. You can't feed us these files and then just say, "Oh, there ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing there." Did you read any of this stuff? P.S. Some of these things are disappearing now. By the way, I think.
What does it matter?
37,000 pages of the released Epstein files, I believe, have been deleted by the federal government already.
Yeah, but once they're out there, they're out.
Do you know why they're doing what they're doing? I'm going to give you in a nutshell why they're doing. They is a blanket term for everyone who is not we the people. Why are they doing what they're doing? Because I ask you, why are they doing it? Because what the fuck you gonna do about it?
Oh yeah,
nothing.
When
they show you, they laughing in your face. This is beyond narcissistic behavior. This is gaslighting at the extreme. They're like, look, yeah, we did that shit.
Well, it's sociopathic.
The Dow is at 50,000, and that's what we should be talking about.
Were. Meanwhile,
that's your not elected, but mind you, that's your not elected swamp talking to you like you should shut the fuck up.
Exactly, because
act happy for rich people.
Yeah, because I'm gonna put it out there. I don't care. I'm gonna be very careful with my words, but starting out with the word allegedly.
Whose stream is this, Mike?
Yeah.
Let her rip, bro. Let her rip. I don't expect it to survive very long.
And I'm gonna leave it that way. Jeffy Epi, his files, his list, his videotapes, his locations, his GPS tracking is all controlled by one country, and that country is blackmailing the world. Hence, why are we fighting a war we didn't start? I am so over this. And if I can see this, what's it going to take?
What's the end game? Yeah. What are we doing?
According to our military leaders, the end game is the second coming of Jesus Christ. Trump was anointed. They literally said that. So there's that. Now, some of y'all, I ain't judging either way. Some of y'all are like, hell yeah, and some of us are hell no on that. But that was the stated aim, from what I understand. Correct me if I'm wrong. At least some troops were like told that in their motivational speech.
Yeah.
And
you're fighting for Armageddon. Quote.
Bro, okay.
Yeah. I am.
Here we are, gentlemen.
That's all I can say. Hide your wife, hide your kids, grow your dogs up, and start a garden, folks, because
he probably gonna need it. Famine's in the building.
This is an apartment and you don't have room.
That's right.
Get a shelving unit in that closet that you have junk in, and put some canned food there. Put some water, whatever you can get away with.
Yes.
This is the Four Horsemen telling you that we are being called into work and we're not all that happy about it, but we're coming.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. I mean, we've seen the corruption from Russiagate. We've seen it from the scandals in Minnesota. We've seen the Wu Flu error spending debacle where they would give anybody money for anything. We've seen the state welfare scandals. We've seen the influence that lobbyers have on our politicians. We see the insider trading in Congress. We see it. It's public. It's out there for everybody to see now.
You laugh in your face about it.
Yeah. Listen, the pattern, it keeps repeating. And I often say what we allow is what will continue. And as long as we continue to allow it, it will indeed continue. We have weak oversight, political infighting instead of any accountability anywhere. And the public is left to ask, is the corruption getting worse, or are we just seeing through all of the bullshit that was hiding all of this in the past, right? In the past, they would do backroom deals. In the past, they would do things on the side in the bar after session, right? Nowadays, they'll do it right in front of you. Yeah, they'll live stream it. Yeah, bro, we should totally screw all these Americans over and steal all their money. It sounds like a great idea. And then they go ahead and do it. Kathy Hochul's energy policy. The real paperwork just came out on that, and it's looking like it's going to cost upstate New Yorkers about $4,000 a year more in your energy costs to implement her all-electric New York plan. Meanwhile, it only costs New York City folks about $2,700 a piece because, they are the ones who benefit
from it.
And those are the ones who would possibly have the money to actually pay that extra bill.
You want to know what's so sad about that whole thing?
The fixed income people, Pete. That's what gets me.
The retirees, the elders, the folks who are legitimately on welfare and aid because they had hard times, right? And I'm fine
100%.
with that. If part of my taxes helps somebody who's disabled or veteran, that's not wrong. Yeah. It's when the freaking money disappears and McMuffin buys himself $1 million house in a county that he doesn't even represent. We have this happening in Texas, where you'll have a representative. The one who lost the primary. Oh, what's her name? Jasmine Crockett.
Yep.
She had bought, right? She grew up in the streets. That's fine. You know, a lot of them do. She had a home, a beautiful home with private security in a county that she didn't represent.
Awesome.
No, I'm sorry. If you represent X area, you should live.
Oh, hell yeah, you should.
X area. So if you screw that area, you have to see them at Kroger.
Yep. Every day, every time you go to the grocery store, you're dealing with your constituents. You're supposed to be from the place you represent, right? The politicians tell us that our biggest threats are China, Russia, Iran. But historically, great civilizations collapse from something far more predictable: the internal decay, the loss of trust in institutions. Once the public stops believing that a system is fair, the system itself starts to break. And that's kind of where we're at right now. In my honest opinion, we are at the breaking phase of everything here. People see through the facade. The veil is being lifted. And I do believe this is a trend that will continue. I think all of the dastardly and dark things that have been done in the back rooms, in wherever you want to call it, I think all of this is going to come to light. I don't know how. I don't know why. I just think that all of this stuff is going to be put out for the public to see. Like all of it.
What more do you want?
Exactly. But so here's the problem is that we
are you fucking hanging on to at this fucking point, ladies and gentlemen, and everybody else. What the fuck else do you need to fucking see from this? What else? What else? What beacon of fucking light do you see? What beacon of truth do you see? What inspiration are you fucking finding from this? Tell me. I gotta know, because I need to fucking smoke that shit.
Well, how about we take the chipper and set that thing right at the entrance of Arlington Park, pull up a semi of gasoline, start that thing up, and let that thing run for 365 days as we feed it for our new distribution center in D.C.
Feet first.
Yes.
The corruption has got to stop somehow. And there's a few people in politics right now calling it out and saying, look, here it is, exposing this stuff. We need more of these people. We, the people, need more of these people. Listen, we straight up overthrew a foreign government over a hell of a lot less than this.
Yep.
Those people in government that you see are standing up to it, blowing whistles, and I'm going to expose corruption. This Thomas Massey, the celebrity politician of the month. These people are paid agitators, if you will. They are there to make you think that there's someone against what they're all doing in that ivory tower. But I'll guarantee you that your favorite celebrity politician is still gathering up his obscenely overrated fucking salary, his obscenely privileged healthcare, and all the things that you ain't allowed to have, while they blatantly declare that they're against this system but couldn't fucking exist without it. So fuck them too.
Did you notice that the ones who start speaking out, like there's what's her name, the little brunette that has a big mouth, Robert?
Yep.
And she went on a rant on Capitol Hill in front of the reporters saying, I don't want to talk about Iran. That's a military. They'll go call Pete Hegseth. I want to talk about those children.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with the children? All of a sudden now they're like, oh no, she's just a crazy girl.
Yep.
And you've had them on the left too. I'm not just choosing her. I mean, there are a few out there who are like, what the hell are we doing? Why are we not throwing people in jail?
They're useful idiots. They get votes. They're celebrities. Marjorie Taylor Greene had the fall from grace. As soon as you talk shit about dear leader, you out of here. Kristi Noem, bye. You'll never hear from her again.
Right.
all these people, you'll never hear from anybody. That's
they
how this works.
marginalize the ones who start breaking ranks, the ones who start shaking the birdcage. They wind up, when you have the guys on the fringe like freaking Bernie and Ted Cruz, and they're agreeing that something should be done about something, and everyone's like, oh, those guys, he's way over there and he's way over there. Well, maybe we should listen to the guys way over there, because you know what? The rest of y'all aren't doing your shit.
Yeah, that's the loudest voice is heard. That's why you stand around and do nothing, or be told what to do by the loud voice, then ain't nobody gonna.
By the way, to your point, Mike, about the energy policy, in the western side of Pennsylvania, right around Pittsburgh, Carmichael, you have one of the most prolific natural gas fields, the Marcellus Shale.
Yep.
It would not be hard, and it would be a hell of a lot less carbon footprint. So you get a double win there, using natural gas instead of coal and oil.
Oh, absolutely.
And they shut down the pipeline. They won't let it go through, at least the ones you should. You could get a bunch of energy and not have the carbon. Like, everybody would be happy, but no, we can't do that, because
they
that
should
might make sense.
If New York State exclusive comment here is that if they are so fucking serious about this solar green clean thing, then instead of dumping all this subsidy money and all this taxpayer and utility bill money, to Mike's point when he talked about how they're funding this through raising our utility bills. We are paying for it twice. They're going to raise your bill and make you pay for it, and then they're going to make you pay for it once you already fucking paid for it. Instead of doing that, why don't you, instead of sucking this company's toes, why don't you give homeowners a subsidy to give the homeowners subsidies to put the rooftop panels in, make their homes green, do it home by home, building by building, instead of these outrageously destructive to the environment solar farms, and they use that word. And then people,
they're covering prime farming land out in Texas.
Absolutely, and they're destroying
same here in the Hudson Valley.
Same here.
Again, and it will destroy. You thought like logging in the paper industry was bad. At least it grows back.
And honestly, the forestry industry, they have to. I mean, that's their product. They have to manage that.
Yeah.
So they plant and they harvest here, and they plant more here, and there's an endangered cricket, and so we won't cut this year here and do something.
Exactly. You can consider that sustainable. That's not. That's buying grandpa's farmland. Some of these things are 1,000 acres of just black glass.
Yep. Over prime fertile farmland, or what used to be hay fields, or
Yep.
And away all those plants, and that becomes a hell of a lot of extra carbon, because the plants are not there to consume it and give oxygen out. So
no, give homeowners and even renters, but however you want to break that down, put that subsidy right into the people's pockets. And my biggest problem with it, these are all foreign companies doing this right in my backyard. I got to pay that bill, and that money don't even stay here in America. That ain't America first. That ain't New York first. That ain't nothing first, except some other motherfucker with more money than I got, pushing and pulling strings in government halls I wouldn't be allowed within 500 feet of. I'm tired of it. We, the people, need to start fucking acting like it. And I don't know what exactly we can do at this point besides just reject all of it. Everybody just go out walking into the woods and go swim in a lake. Throw your phone in the lake and then go swim in it, and forget all this modern bullshit, because I feel like that's the only thing we can possibly do at this point.
Well, you know what? You can also locally make changes, right? We none of us can affect the White House, but you can elect the school board. You can elect city council members. I'll tell you right now, I've met a few guys who ran for local office who've both won and lost. And sometimes it's 50 freaking votes in a small city that decides who's the mayor or who's the city councilman. Well, if you can get 300 people to vote for a person you believe will actually do the right thing for his own community, you can change something local. You can start moving the needle. We're actually about to recall 2 city councilmen, and I got involved in that because the guy was being a jerk, in a meeting, and a bunch of us were like, no, that guy's a tool. I don't like him. So there's a petition going out now to pull a city councilman down. And they're like, sucks to suck, buddy. You shouldn't have pissed us all off, because some of us have a little bit of spare time, and we have a really nice printer. Thank you very much. So, yeah, I mean, you can't move the big needles, move the small ones.
Yeah.
If you do nothing, then we'll get nothing.
Amen. Amen. It definitely is going to take some action from folks to get the ball turning. It's going to take sending that email and demanding accountability from your government.
Yep.
You know, we just saw the government literally vote not to disclose their misconduct, right? So
Yes.
I gotta say, I don't think they're very trustworthy anymore, or you know, at least they're not going to get any of my trust.
Right.
And there's no cleaning your self-image up after that, in my opinion. So I don't know. I don't know what it's going to take, man. But good old-fashioned secessio plebis of the masses, as many as humanly possible, because we know that there's the normie population has their heads down in their Black Mirror all day, every day, watching whatever it is the algorithm feeds them, and you know, just gobbling it up all day long. So they're never gonna get the word of secessio plebis unless they talk about it on their favorite TV show.
So according to the House of Representatives, Congress has paid $17 million in
Wow,
misconduct
discrimination cases since '97.
For those of you who'd like, Mike, if you don't mind, I'm going to throw that link in there so everyone can
Oh, please do.
do their
Please
own
do.
reading. And
Only 17 million.
That's what I was going to say. How
Well,
much?
that's only the taxpayer funds that have been used, and they only allow them to use a small portion of it. Well, their personal funds as well.
or their political action committees, which is
Oh,
basically
Yeah, the puppets that put them there, stepping up and paying the bill, is what it is.
Yeah. How much hush money is not accounted for that they're paying folks?
See, at least if they said the misbehavior fund, at least it was honest. Like, oh, this guy's being a man-ho, and we had to
Yeah.
pay $1 million to shut someone up. Then we just go and beat him up on the news, right? But they're like, oh, it's the accountability fund. I'm accountable to pay my bills. I mean, what that? Ugh. Anyway, sorry.
People are selling their souls. Homie said, where'd he go? People are shutting up on the cheap. And anymore, I've seen what appears to me as people like selling their souls on the cheap. People just saying what is supposed to be said.
Yeah. Whether they agree with it or not, Livingston, man, I have seen a lot of that, and I don't want to be that, man. I don't want to be that. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, and I thought tonight it would be important to point out some of this corruption. There's a lot of other stuff going on in the world that's I'm not going to say more pressing, but just as pressing as the government corruption here in America. It looks like potentially official word has come out that the sleeper cells have been activated in America. I did see that headline today. I'll run over a couple of these headlines for everybody. Oil chaos, the pressure to release the reserves. Recession odds jump. Trump says the war is very complete. And there's a question whether we're taking the Strait of Hormuz. Khamenei's son is the new supreme leader of Iran, and the Kremlin says the end of the world is upon us. I'm actually going to click on this article and drop it in the chat for everybody, because when the Kremlin says the end is nigh, we should probably at least listen to what they have to say. They do have more nukes than anybody else on the face of God's green earth, I do believe. So I dropped that one in the chat. This is from the Daily Mail. Putin's spokesman has addressed a growing fear that the end of the world is upon us, with most people having never lived through a worse time. Dmitry Peskov also hit at a breakdown in international law as a massive U.S. and Israeli strikes on Iran continued in an onslaught the Kremlin has labeled a perfect storm. What do you think? Is this the perfect storm? Is this the beginning of the end? Where do you guys see it going from here?
I don't know. The one guy who said that the sleeper cells are waking up in Langley and Quantico, that was the absolute pinnacle of truth right there. There isn't much left of it, but there's a shred. Because if I am a super secretive, subversive state that is the absolute enemy of the whole world, what I'm going to do is let it be known on the world's mass media that I have activated sleeper cells. No, they didn't. No, they didn't. And what this does is breed xenophobia, fear of another, and what I swear to God they're hoping for is like a Crystal Nacht, where there's a pogrom against all the Muslims, and we do like what we didn't do after 9/11 because we realized that like some people did this, not all the people did this. They're trying to erase that mentality. One person does it, all of them did it. There is no other way. That is what we are seeing here. This is absolute propaganda. I'm reminded of a story I read one time where a guy had a friend that he went to college with who was from China. And he asked him, he was like, how do you deal with like the constant, communist propaganda, bro? How do you deal with it? And he was like, we know it's propaganda. We don't pay attention to it. We hold our own opinions, but of course, we really can't state them. But I hope you know that we know that it's bullshit. Americans fucking don't. Americans believe the shit as long as it's their fucking team saying it. They're like, hell yeah, bro. They get their whole life validated. They get to say I was right, and they get that constant stroking of the ego from their preferred media that says yes, you were right. Mainstream media and the algorithm are the same. Different brains,
it's a money machine.
The same body.
Look, if they get half a penny in revenue from every click, how many clicks does CNN get, or Fox News or Google? They want us fighting, even if they don't care. Fox and CNN may not even care who's in the White House, because it's like, you know what? If it's the other side, we're going to get really contentious and get even more clicks from our advertisers, and we will get more revenue. It's not about sharing intelligently thought, critical thinking pieces where it's like, hey, look, here's the evidence. I think this, but this could also be the case. Here's the information. Enjoy.
Yep.
Half of it's written by AI and shit because it doesn't make sense.
It's true.
I'm reading an article. I'm like, what doofus wrote that? This person should go back to the 7th grade.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see in the comments, this is AI garbage. I'm like, you made more sense than the damn article did.
Now, and Mike and I have been warning against some of the seedier aspects of AI for a long time now, but now like it's been come to light also that like they took the gloves off. Like AI Department of War demanded that AI company take the guardrails off its AI. They said, no, we need you to make it kill people, and we need you to make it do the things that you swore it wouldn't do. And they said no. And the government turned around and sued them, put them on a blacklist, and called them scumbags.
Yep.
Our government has said, know what? We need AI to kill people. And you know what that did? It targeted a legitimate military complex, but for some fucking reason, they put a school there, and yeah, that shit got blown the fuck up.
Yep.
And this is why AI is a problem, because who is held accountable? No one.
AI did it.
No one.
Yeah, exactly. No human accountability.
Dragged into court. A computer cannot be hung like a criminal. A computer cannot create a war crime. And now you see the end game. You, us, we versus the computers.
Skynet.
Yeah, the
know everything about you because you signed the terms of service.
The beast system, if you will. We're
it's hard not to go here. But he went biblical, and yeah, it's hard not to go there. End times, web of deceit.
PDF cannabis in Gnostic Nomad's statement. I'm like, PDF cannabis? What? I had to read it.
No, but I got to be honest. The Nomad is 100% correct. They control all of the media. They control all of the talking points. They control all of the radio. They control the music. They control the movies. They control the TV shows. If you're watching it, listening to it.
And they tell you what to hate.
Oh, yeah. Every single day. Every single day. Here it is. Wild says the latest phrase is short-term pain for long-term gain. I hope y'all enjoy $5 a gallon gasoline. Because we headed back.
I saw a picture in L.A. They were at $8.57 a gallon.
Yeah, last night a friend of mine told me it was over $7 a gallon.
Oof.
Wow.
Well, oil spiked last night at 117.
That's
119, and then it dropped.
It must be awesome to be like an insider trader in Congress right now and just be like,
I'm gonna short oil today.
Hey,
you
it's
know
crazy,
what?
man.
So fast. They're probably not betting on anything right.
Why do you think they're doing it?
The corruption is going to continue, without a doubt, until we really step up to the plate and hold people accountable, right? Whether it's the state level. I keep saying, that they talk about the FBI and the CIA and everything else, and I'm like, where are the fucking U.S. Marshals, right? We need fucking Walker, Texas Ranger to go kick some ass and put some cuffs on some politicians.
Those are Texas Rangers, not U.S. Marshals.
Well, yeah, but we need a marshal. We need the U.S. Marshal Service to step up and fill the void, man. We have no trust, no. Oh Lord.
So that is the average price in California.
$6.43 and $7 for diesel, $6.43 a gallon. Good golly.
In New York, you have to add the diesel exhaust fluid to the shit too, which is also.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need a Bass Reeves, U.S. Marshal. Yes.
Yep. We need somebody. We the people no longer have faith in the institutions that are there. The justice system that currently exists, it's far too political and far too bought and paid for to be of any good. We need to elect new judges who are strictly legal scholars. They don't really see politically either way. They just see the law as it's written. We need legal scholars to help take some of the craziness out of the laws that they write anymore. They're written so that only lawyers and political pundits can understand them, and then they can weasel their way around them. 100% Livingston, man. I believe there are ways to end the corruption. The corrupt people, however, will never vote for that change on themselves. Ever. New York State was just tasked with, trying to do something to help New Yorkers on their egregious electric bills. And what they ended up doing was voting themselves, who are already the highest paid legislators in the country, a big fat raise every year of like $20-something thousand, while folks on fixed incomes cannot keep their lights on or their home heated. These folks who represent them voted themselves a big fat raise.
Never forget that without taxes, government has no money. Whenever you hear this phrase, there should be no such word as word pairing as government funded, because that is strictly an
taxpayer funded,
synonymous with taxpayer funded, which if you really want to break that down, that means to you and me, self-funded. You are paying for someone else to make poor decisions with no input from you. the King of England rolling over in his grave right now, laughing, talk about how you like taxation with representation, you fucking morons.
Well,
Right.
yeah.
So, Livingston, man, yeah, one of your earlier points, you had said that instead of funding these big solar farms, why don't they put the incentives towards homeowners and things like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let the guy put the solar panels on his roof, let him buy his electric vehicle, help them subsidize them. They are. And that's whether you buy into the Green New Deal here in New York or whatever you want to call it, the all electric New York deal, whether you have mini splits in your house or not, you helped pay for somebody else's. Whether you have an EV in your driveway or not, you helped pay for somebody else's. Whether you got your panels upgraded, your electric panel in your house upgraded or not, you're paying for somebody else to do that. Whether you got the solar panels on your roof or not, you are still helping pay for somebody else to do that. So
I call on the government to extend those subsidies instead to foreign corporate conglomerates to put those directly to the people and homeowners.
Yeah, well, the conglomerates won't put them to the people and the homeowners. They will keep them for themselves and then lease some farmers' land for the next 100 years and put solar panels on them.
That needs to have a moratorium. No more of that. That's
we should be planting more food. Like
that's too much.
You want to save the environment? Put trees.
Yeah, that's too much like right. They're not going to do anything that is right.
Well, do you know why they blew up the Georgia Guidestones? So that people would not be able to read exactly what they were going to do. The 500 million people they intend to leave on the planet need all that electricity, but they don't need all that food. Mm-hmm. You feel me? You see what we're doing here?
Yeah. Have you guys remember Tom Clancy, right?
Yep.
The original Rainbow Six, not the video game, but the book, was based on an elitist cult that wanted to reduce the population. But throughout the book, you see that they are doing the exact things they tell everyone else not to do. They fly in private jets. They drive big SUVs. They have mansions. But the goal was to get rid of the eaters and to have more resources for them. It's their resource, not our resource.
Right.
Yeah.
Big time. Big time.
He died at what, 57? Clancy?
Yeah.
Yeah. Guy who walked 3 miles, 5 miles a day with his dog.
Had an exceptional interior knowledge of military systems and stuff. They often used him as a consultant for their ideas and whatnot.
He used to be a speaker at the Naval Academy.
His books were this thick. Tom Clancy's books, technical manuals.
It took a while to read these.
Yeah.
Pete, to your point, there is an extreme level of social engineering going on right now. And if they haven't already, which they probably already have been, they are getting very serious about laying the groundwork for what is to come now. Current regimes that are in place right now are actively working towards what some people might call a sinister goal. With the best intentions. Don't ever think that the most evil in history wasn't done with the best intentions. It was. Every old evil motherfucker you ever heard thought he was doing the right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Trent. Yeah, go. Because he's ready. He's ready to crash the whole live stream. I see it in his face. Where is his personal moderator? I know he's in the building.
He told me a squirrel is not going to save me.
That's right. That's right.
And here's the thing. And you guys need to explain this to me. And I think Livingston Man will be the guy to clarify it. With all this debauchery and evilness going on just in our country. Forget about the rest of the world, just in our country. When or what is it going to take where the people say, you know what? Screw you. Enough is enough. And do something about it. I don't get it. I mean, what's it going to take? You're going to need to see a battalion rolling down your street like Red Dawn? You know?
I don't know, man. I don't know. I think it's going to take people getting uncomfortable, right? I think we are far too comfortable. I think we are complacent. We are instant gratification. Everybody sits and taps their toe and waits for the microwave and opens the door with 1 second left on it because I just can't wait that extra second. It's more like 5 seconds. I ain't got time for that shit. I don't know where we go from here. I really feel deep down that this lifting of the veil is going to continue throughout the spring, throughout the summer. And accelerate, right? I think we're going to see a lot of hidden truths, and I think it's going to be hard for a lot of people to accept them, that they've been lied to for a very, very long time about unimaginable things. Mm-hmm. So the acceptance on the part of the people is, if it comes to pass, I think things could get very hairy here in the future, because some folks are not going to stand for this, right? Some folks are going to take it in stride and just say, we've been telling you that's the way it is. But conspiracy theorists are up 10,847 to negative 10,847.
Yep.
Just saying. Yeah. So dig your heels in, folks. Keep preparing. Keep preparing.
Brutal question. What is it going to take for everybody to finally see? And I like your use of lifting of the veil. Do you guys know that the word apocalypse is actually Greek? That means a lifting of the veil. It doesn't mean end of the world. It means a truth will be shown.
Yeah.
However, if you show enough people here in the U.S. the real truth, you may have yourself an apocalypse that is not the lifting of the veil.
Right.
But the veil will be lifted, and what you will see underneath it would be so disgusting that you would have to destroy it.
Yep.
Right? That's my fear, is that when people see the true evil, the true darkness behind everything, there will be no choice left but to destroy all of it and start over. And I want to remind you, if you're an American citizen, it is not only your right, it is your duty as an American citizen that when the government no longer represents your interest, it's your duty to abolish that government and institute a new one that does.
Except that they made that illegal, so don't do that.
Yeah. You have to go about it the right way, and it's going to involve a lot of lawyers and a lot of people that I am not. So
it's not that easy, kid. You got rights, but it's this is a hard question, and actually, I'm going to be pretty cynical here. In fact, pessimistic. I don't know what could possibly unite Americans at this point.
Aliens.
No. It was hard not to go there, but then I did, and I was like, you know what? I personally, I would fucking side with the aliens. They'd be like,
I would side with the aliens.
They'd be like, take us to your leaders. They'd be like, what are you going to do to them?
Can you take them away, please?
Yes.
Yeah. No problem.
What are you? I'm willing to hear you guys out at this point. Okay, so
what do you guys got to offer?
Yeah,
we're grasping at freaking straws here, man.
Yeah, you can lie to us, but we don't know if you're telling the truth or not. So
what are you gonna do? Are you gonna eat us? Oh, big fucking deal. They're gonna eat us too, probably. Is there sex shit involved? Because with them, apparently there is, and cannibalism is one thing, but I don't need to be sexually violated by Epstein's friends in the fucking process. So who's giving me the better deal here?
Planet Epstis.
Yeah.
Epsilon 5. Fucking new science fiction show where it's all fucked.
That explains why that asteroid was shaped the way it was.
Yeah, it does. Shot right up Uranus.
Oh man, we're in it deep tonight. Hey, don't worry. This stream was toast before it started. I knew it. You knew it. Everybody knew it. It was going to happen. Listen, folks. Empires don't fall in a single moment. They erode, right? Slowly, quietly, until one day people wake up and realize the institutions they trusted, the media, the government, the courts, no longer command confidence. And when the trust collapses, power vacuum fills. That's why exposing corruption matters. Not because it proves one political side is right, but because it proves the system must be watched. Yep. Because the moment citizens stop questioning power is the moment corruption becomes permanent.
Yes.
And normal.
Don't let it become permanent. The Benjamin Franklin, when they were done signing the Declaration of Independence, he left the signing hall and went outside, and a young lady had asked him, "Sir, what have you given us?" He said, "A republic, if you can keep it." The cost of a republic is eternal vigilance over the government. And it's something that we lost sight of. Throughout history, it was often said in barbershops and different places that you don't talk politics and you don't talk religion.
Or sports.
I think that may have been the very first CIA ploy to start undermining people's trust in government, was to get them to stop talking about the government and to stop talking about religion, because those were the two things that if we the people really got a hold of, we could really change the world with. And they don't want us to wield that power, in all honesty. So I could talk this crap with you gentlemen all night long, but we do get to do this all over again tomorrow night. Whose channel are we on tomorrow night? Livingston Man has the deets and the credentials, so I'm going to ask him because he knows. Who is it, Livingston?
Well, you were last week and then Monday, and I do believe we go to Vision Preparedness after this.
There you go. Tomorrow night.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
And then I think me, and then you two guys.
Aye, Captain.
I go last, but we're always lost on what's first and last. Mike is first and I'm last, but it always gets circled.
Actually, it's kind of the order we're in now. It's Mike, Vision, me, Livingston Man. Should we take a screenshot of this?
So it is at my house tomorrow, right?
Aye, Captain. Yeah. The House of Vision Preparedness tomorrow night will be hosting the very next Four Horsemen podcast. Gentlemen, I want to thank you for joining me here tonight to root out a little bit of the corruption nonsense. If you got anything out of this podcast tonight, please like and subscribe. Share this podcast with somebody who needs to hear it. Thank you for joining us tonight for Horsemen Podcast, and we will see you tomorrow on Vision Preparedness Channel. Thanks, folks.
Fake thrones get tossed. Yeah, it's the Four Horsemen podcast. Say it once, let the name hit back. Four voices, one raw broadcast. If you came for the smoke, we pass that. Four Horsemen ride. Oh, Four Horsemen ride. Yeah, keys strike like a gavel when the facts come down. Every angle on the table, spin the whole thing round. We don't chase trends, we expose those scripts. On the line to the surface split. Big talk at the bar, now it's live on air. If it shakes your beliefs, that's the price of fair. From the grind to the grief to the wins we stack. Cross the line, press play, ain't no turning back. Yeah.
visual.
Eric, you know what, Eric, you are so absolutely freaking right. Thank you all for joining us tonight. See you on the next one.
Apocalypse now, 4 horsemen riding dirty. Death on the left, keep the Glock sturdy. Famine in the kitchen, hunger like a beast. War paint ready, unleash the inner beast. Pestilence drop, spread fear in the streets. Disease hit the block, no doc hit the beat. Horseman information, skies turning black. Future looking bleak, no turning back. 4 horsemen riding on the edge of night. Chaos in the wake, no end in sight. 4 horsemen bringing dark to the light. End days want to get ready for the fright. Death smirking, souls counting in the tally. Coffins on standby, final ride in the alley. War ain't a game, got the war drum stumping. Battalion on the move, always be something.